It's Monday, everybody. I'm Lawrence Presman. You're watching Puck Time. I got Carmine Bianco with us, Andrew McGinnis, and the legend himself, Dave Kokanen. Let's start with you. How are you, Dave? How did your weekend of gambling go?
Pretty good. Thanks to yesterday. A couple of really easy winners. Had the Padres -1 in baseball, and went with the over in the matchup between the Canucks and Golden Knights, and that was pretty easy as well. So I wish I'd have played more games yesterday, but I'm happy to get the two winners, and we move on.
Yeah, I was a day late on that over. I released the over on Vegas for Saturday, and 3-0 didn't work out for me. Can't win every game. Andrew McGinnis, what did you do this weekend? How did your MMA go? And Andrew's mic is off.
Your mic, Andrew.
I have no idea why it's doing that, but it was good. I won the pick, so it's still low volume with me with the UFC. Now 4% plays. It was Neil Magny via decision.
Yeah.
And I got to say, Prez, sometimes those method of victory bets can be a little sweaty because it's almost like you're cheering for somebody to win, but you don't want them to knock the guy out. So it's like, I want you to win, but take it easy on the guy. I want it to go to the cards. So it was good. Yesterday, though, probably my best day in a couple of days. It was just overall 4-0 day, but that was including NBA, MLB, and NHL. So happy to have that. And, winners are never easy, though. I had the Braves. They were up, I believe, 10-2, and they only end up winning by, I think, like 1 or 2 runs. So it's never easy.
Yeah. Ask the New York Mets that. Carmen, you, my brother, what's going on?
Going good. Finished with winner on Vegas Golden Knights in regulation time.
Nice.
I really thought I should have had the under in that Islanders game, the under 5. It looked very good. Obviously, scoreless after 1 and just a couple goals in the second. But a very late goal by the Flyers made that a push at 3-2. So other than that, no, hockey's been good. I think it's a 15-6-1 run currently. So that's heating up at the right time, which I like. It's the same thing I did last year. As I got to the semifinals and conference finals, I went on a sort of an insane run and finished at like 17-3. So try and do the same thing.
Excellent stuff, guys. Just some business to take care of. Want to let everybody know today, 4 p.m. Eastern, our first ever tennis show. I'll be hosting. Carmine Bianco, Andrew McGinnis, and Nick Borman joining us. Carm, we're going to take apart. We're going to take apart really how to bet tennis and what to look for in the U.S. Open this year, right?
Yeah, that's just it. With a lot of people, just to make it quick, but with a lot of people missing this tournament this year, there are some good opportunities in the futures market. So we'll look at those and then just sort of the type of bets for novices of what you can do within the sport. And then Andrew will chime in because him and I both love betting tennis in game. There's a lot of money to be made betting this in game. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I hope you guys got the Joker down 1 set to Milos in the semifinals of last tournament. Those are what you're looking for. But we'll talk about it at 4 p.m. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Puck Time. Ryan Budin. Dave is my favorite human being in the world. How's that, Koken?
You need to widen your circle of acquaintance.
Well said. Nice to see you, Anthony M., Chase, John Howard, Matt Lawrence. What's up, lads? Happy to catch you live from the office at lunch break. Nice to have you, Matt. What's up, Bang Bang Talisman? Jason, I'm so glad you love the show. It's really appreciated. And King Kai, yeah, dude, the Raptors, I don't think they showed up yesterday. But, the game was interesting because they did have a defensive lapse in the first quarter, but really they lost the game at a 36% shooting percentage. And I'll take that as a Raptors fan because that's the stuff that is going to turn around. How you doing, Backdoor Cover? You want to know when Teddy and my show is? Tomorrow is the first show for Teddy and I. It's called WagerTalk. Today, it starts at noon. Tomorrow's guests will be Ski Prophet, a bookmaker, and Ralph Michaels. This show is a whole different ballgame to anything we've ever done at WagerTalk.com. A whole lot of moving parts, very professionally put together. So make sure to check that out. Okay, boys, let's go. Hockey, and more hockey.
One thing I got to mention.
Anytime.
One thing I got to mention. We haven't put it up yet. It should be up today, tomorrow at the latest, I would think. College football is underway. Yeah. We've got games this week. Last 3 years at Wager Talk, I'm number one. 160 wins, 101 losses. That's 61% roughly on every selection I've made in college football since I joined Wager Talk. And we will put up a special season offer as soon as I have a code available, basically.
And you know what? It's a perfect segue. I was going to get right into the hockey game, but I want to talk about that first. Guys, every year I tell you all the same on all my shows. Who do you play in college football? Dave Koken, real easy. Who do you play in NFL? Tony Finn. Even easier than Dave Koken in college football. And we'll put a promo up tomorrow on Puck Time for Dave Koken's college football, but today we have a promo up for Tony Finn's NFL. And guys, I want you to hear this. Like, in all seriousness, just listen to this, okay? Last year, 2019, Tony Finn's NFL football, 48 wins, 26 losses. That's 65%. 65 freaking percent in 1 year of NFL. The year before that, his worst year ever, 51%. The year before that, 55. The year before that, 60. And in 2014 and 2015, 67%. The guy has hit over 65%. 3 of his last 6 years. His lifetime average is 61%. I mean, Dave, those numbers are unheard of, right?
In the NFL, I'll say.
Yeah, guys, I took $300 off of his season package. This will remain for 2 days only. And I did not get permission from head office to do it. So get Tony Finn's NFL and get it immediately. Promo code Tony NFL season. That's Tony NFL season. Jake Bitten, what's going on? What the puck is going on? Anyone have issues with show loading? The show looks perfect to me. WagerTalk, thanks for the live odds page. Oh, my friend, that's just the beginning. So much coming your way. Thank you, Illuminatis. Really appreciate it. And what's up, Pucker? How are you, Brian? The Jays again. Yeah, baby. They got a shot. Boston, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 120. Elimination game over and under 5.5. I got to believe Boston is going to come out flying here. I like Boston in the first period, Andrew McGinnis. I think we're going to get their best effort of the playoffs in that first period. I don't know if they can win the game. And I do like under the total. I think we're going to get a very, very tight game. So I'm on Boston in the first period and under the total of 5.5 in this game. What's up with you, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you have to kind of be a little bit disappointed with what we saw, the effort from the Bruins in a game that was kind of a must-win. It wasn't kind of a must-win. It was a must-win for them. Now putting themselves in a really deep hole, just like the Colorado Avalanche just did yesterday. So I think looking at this game, first and foremost, I'll go back to 2 things that I've been saying for a little while. Elimination game theories, either in-game third period overs, which went 2-0 yesterday and have just been hitting at an absurd clip. If you're not betting third period overs, you don't like betting, hockey pretty much. But and you got to bet these puck lines. It's crazy, Prez, for me. You can get Tampa Bay at some shops on average plus 210 to plus 220 on the puck line. If you look at all these elimination games and all these teams that are knocking anybody off, not one team has knocked somebody off and won by just 1 goal. It's minus 120 for them to win the game and plus 210 for them to win. Some people are scared of puck lines, but it's inevitable. If this Bruins team is going to lose, I don't think it'll be pretty. I don't think it's going to be close if they lose. So I think that's first and foremost. Grab the value on that plus 210. I hate to say it, but I think if you like the Bruins, you like the over here. And I think that we've got to give some credit to Vasilevsky, though, because he's been outstanding for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, any chances created by the Boston Bruins, he's been right there to shut it down. And it seems to me that the Bruins need an early goal, though. So I can't disagree with you, and I like your way of thinking. It's either Bruins first period or bust in my eyes. If they lose the first period, they're losing this game. But that's where I honestly, that's my play I'm going to give out here on the show is going to be Tampa plus 210 on the puck line. And then pretty much just recommend people that if we do see a slow start to this game, get in on that in-game over. I mean, yesterday we saw 3 goals in the third period in that Vancouver game, the late game. That would have easily cashed the third period over.
We also saw 3 goals in 3 minutes in that Dallas-Colorado game. Same thing.
First period, yeah, exactly. So that's the way I look in that one, Prez. And also, another quick example I wanted to get. I don't want to get too off track. I apologize, but with the New York Islanders, it's now I think 4 of the last 5, I believe, first period unders have cashed, but you don't know what's going to happen at the end of the game. Desperation calls for desperation times. Empty netters or teams themselves on soccer pressure.
Yeah, guys, we got sound issues, and it's on my end, and I don't know why. Oh, man, I don't know what's happened to my internet. Thank God WagerTalk today will not be run on my computer. Dave Koken, what do you like in this Boston-Tampa Bay game?
Well, as that I think you 1-1. We had, and it's not through an injury. Nobody's going to come out and say it, but I will guarantee you there are some guys in that dressing room who feel, or locker room, who feel like he let the team down.
Yeah,
and again, you're not going to hear it from anybody, but you can bet that's the fact. The other side of it is that the Lightning came into this playoff with another team. They had to face the same team that sent them home early last season in Columbus. They had trouble with them again before finally getting rid of them. But I think getting rid of them has loosened this team up. And they're the best team in the league on paper. They just are. There are no real weaknesses on this team. I don't think Stamkos is going to be back at all, to be honest with you. And maybe that's a bit of an impact on the power play, certainly, and they'd be a better team with him. But they look like they're thumbs go at this point. I think that's the team to beat for the Stanley Cup, and I don't think this series goes.
Different conversation. I think Vegas is the team to beat, but what do you like in this Boston game?
Well, you say Vegas is the team to beat. I'm holding futures right now on Tampa Bay at that I got them when they weren't playing that great during the regular season at 10-1. I gave out on the show. They're now plus 230. And I've got the Islanders at 40-1, and they're now plus 425. So for me, one of those two teams is the team.
I understand. I accept that, Vegas bro.
Looks good. So, but yeah, as far as this game goes, I sort of echo the thoughts on what these guys said. As far as the Bruins, the closeout games are the toughest ones. They always are. But I just like the way Tampa's playing right now. This is one of those ones where if Tampa gets out on top early, I think this is done. I just think it'll suck the life out of the Bruins. So they're going to give it their best shot in the first period. And you can get that first period right now. I think it's like minus 105 on the Bruins right now. As far as the total, I'm just not sure. I'll be honest with you. I know you can always say closeout games. You see a lot of empty net goals. All I know is watching the last game, Cassidy had a chance with his team down a couple goals to get his goalie out 2 or 3 times with about 3.5 minutes left, and I don't think they pulled him until there was about just under 2 minutes left in the game. I kept looking to see why isn't Halak heading to the bench, and he just stood there with his arm up in the air waiting for them to wave him in. And they were in the offensive zone at the time, and they could have pulled him. So I'm not sure what went wrong there. So I'm still probably leaning to the under, to be honest with you, in this one, because I just don't see a lot of goals. We haven't seen, I understand you see like 7-1 games. That's one thing, but I just don't see a ton of goals in this. And for me, I'll take the Bruins first period, but I will likely in-game bet this one. And if it's close at the end of the first period, I'll take Tampa Bay.
Yeah. He's Carmine Bianco, Andrew McGinnis, Dave Koken. All 3 guys, including myself, can be found at WagerTalk.com. Make sure to get Tony Finn's NFL season, guys. 65% last year in the NFL. These are unheard of numbers. 61% lifetime. I took $300 off of the price of his NFL season. I did not get approval from management, so make sure to buy it before they pull it down. Promo code Tony NFL season. Hey, Big Drew, Elliot V, what's going on, brother? Jake Bitten, Matt Lawrence, Johnny Outlaw holding an Islander future as well. And what did Paulie C just write? Guys, I live bet huge on soccer game under 3.5 plus 105 when it was 1-1 at the 82nd minute. It was clearly a glitch total, but I bet it. Hey, that does happen, Paulie. You are going to get those mistakes. Sometimes the books will actually take those bets away from you. So I hope that holds for you. Good job, my friend. Dave, I got to ask you, because I have so much respect for your baseball acumen. What do you think of the Jays?
What do you mean? What I was thinking?
Do they have any shot to slip into the wild card spot or something?
Everybody's got a shot.
Okay,
16 teams get in.
You're not being very helpful. Do you like the makeup of this team?
I think they've got a good, bright future.
Yeah.
How do you feel about my 49-1 wager on them to win the AL East?
I don't think the pitching was there.
That reminds me of Carmine's famous quote.
I don't think the pitching.
I was just about to say it, Lawrence. I was just about to say it. Andrew, when you for those people who don't understand futures, with regards to Andrews, if you put $100 on the Blue Jays to win the East at 49-1, your ticket will return $0.
Guys, sorry about the sound issues. We are toughing through it. Yeah, Dave?
By the way, the Padres just got Mike Clevenger from the Indians. I don't know what they traded away. It looks like the Padres are clearly the team that is going for it the most.
Go Padres.
So.
Anthony, yeah, you got my joke. Excellent stuff. Guys, we are having a little bit of sound issues today. I don't know why, man. I do know that Wager Talk today, the show Teddy and I are hosting, it starts tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, will not be on my computer or using my internet, so that thrills me to no end. And check back tomorrow. We're going to be offering a big special for Dave Koken's college football season. We did the same special last year. And Dave, you picked up a ton of customers. And I mean, you killed it, right? You killed it last year.
I intend to do it again, although, it's going to be a little bit of a different cap this year because of, just because of the way things are. But I'm very confident things will work out like they usually do. It's a grind. If you're a parlay player, don't sign up because I'm typically not going to win them all on a Saturday. And I'm looking for guys who are willing to grind it out and hopefully hit another 60% for a 4th straight year.
Paulie C just put up Leonard Fournette just got cut. That's a shocker.
Yeah, they did. I saw that this morning.
John Thompson died.
Oh, my Lord. 2020. Go away already, for Christ's sake. You're pissing me off the whole year. Brock.
The only thing that could have made 2020 worse is it had the Leafs won the cup. Yeah. But I don't have to worry about that. That's the only thing that could have made this year
Brock
worse.
D3, he threw.
You know what makes it worse? Leonard Fournette's on my fantasy football team.
You want to know what
anymore.
makes it worth? I can't even talk. Let's just get back into the show. Andrew, you love these. Brock D3 threw $20 on Pacioretty to score a goal plus 1,200. Oh, to have the next goal. I immediately ordered the jersey after he scored. Oh, he won that bet. Congratulations, Brock. Way to go, man. Plus 1,200 bet. Those don't happen a lot. And Davy Jones has Fournette on his team as well. I'm done with fantasy. I'm not playing this year. Last year was a nightmare. I never wanted. I'm just gonna focus. Carm and I are in 2 competitions. What are we in, Carm? What's going on with our NFL?
We are in the Circa Millions, and we are in the Circa Survivor Pool. I'm going to be dropping off a schedule sheet to you, this big laminated one. You'll love it. It's got every single game, every single week, so you can sort of look ahead. Shows you highlights, the Thursday games, the Sunday night games, and whatever. And the Survivor Pool, we're going to take the Merlin approach. If you don't know the Merlin approach, you got to look into it. It's great. It's literally you start from the middle and work your way backwards. And by the time you get to the week 1, week 2, you might actually like different teams than you initially liked. It's a better way of playing a Survivor Pool instead of these guys who look at the first week. And this first week of the NFL season this year is a killer.
Yeah.
Other than the obvious ones that people say, okay, Kansas City or San Fran.
Obvious from a Survivor perspective.
Kansas City or San Fran, and then you blow through 2 good teams, and then in week 9, week 10, you're looking at the Scarps or Scraps or whatever you want to call them. I call them Scarps in Italian. But we're going to take a different approach to that. So we'll send you that one. I am in a fantasy football league, and Thursday's my draft. So I'm looking forward to it, doing a lot of research.
I joined for the first time, actually. I'm in the Circa Million as well. I got to give a shout out to Kelly in Vegas for helping me out with that. And also Drew Martin for helping me get set up. Obviously, it's a tough time to be traveling right now in the world. So if anybody needs help with a proxy service, of course, endorsed by WagerTalk, Kelly is definitely the way to go, Kelly's proxy server.
Nicely done, Andrew. Guys, we got to talk about the last game, but Davy Jones put in no more Canadian Football League. Andrew, I know they're not playing this year, but is the league over?
No, we'll be fine.
Right. It's not over. I wish it would be over. For Christ's sake, I mean, Toronto, 3rd largest city in North America, and we're sitting with some idiot Canadian football team. Dave, I got it. Dallas plus 115, Colorado minus 135. Over and under 6. I'm going straight to the over here, Dave Koken. Dallas, what, 27th worst team in the league in scoring this past season, and they're scoring at will against Colorado. Hutch might be in net, which is like, oh my God, as a Leaf fan.
That kid, there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that.
There's no way. There's no way. No, Francis will play.
I don't know what's going on with this defense, though, but there were a lot of shitty goals yesterday from Dallas. I think we're going to get a bounce back from Colorado. I think they're going to win this game, but I mean, come on, the over. I mean, it feels like they're never going to stop scoring.
Well, I mean, look, Colorado's playing wide open. And on paper, that's what you're supposed to do against Dallas. It's just not working out. And the Dallas veterans, they're getting it done. Ben has been terrific. Dallas is playing with a lot of confidence right now. And I know Francis is getting ripped by everybody, but it's not him, okay? I mean, he hasn't been great, but their defense has been just awful. They're not back-checking very well. They're so hung up on doing things offensively that they're getting caught up ice. And Dallas has been able to set up for some really good looks. And look, let's face it, Colorado's too reliant on one line. Got to balance things. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some line shifting tonight for Colorado. I think he's got to shake things up and break up the lines the way they are and hope it lights a spark. The Avalanche are still capable of getting back in it, but I'm very leery of taking teams down 3-1 that seem to be looking worse as the series goes along. So For me, I have to lean Dallas in this one.
Andrew, where are you going? I mean, look, Colorado, and Dave said it, wide open. They're getting a ton of shots on net. They're scoring enough goals to win. They just keep the puck out of their net.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, the all-star players are showing up for Dallas. Crazy to think about the fact that they were one of the lower scoring teams, a constant under bet. We saw the bookmakers putting them as a 5 at a lot of instances, and now this is what we're seeing out of them. It's crazy. It's entertaining, but you don't really know what to expect really from one game to the next. However, I will say, as much as I think a lot of people are ready to count the Colorado Avalanche, part of me is just not ready to do so. Do I think they're going to win the series? I don't really think that. It's going to be a tough battle, but the biggest point to this game is going to be what Dave just mentioned. And, I had a lot of Colorado fans say this to me, and people on Twitter, read some bloggers saying the fact that they have to split these guys up. Rantanen, McKinnon, Landeskog, it has to be not only offensively, defensively, the speed with those three guys. I think it's very underrated, the fact that Landeskog, McKinnon, and Rantanen all back check. They all play 200-foot games. You keep them on one line, you stack one line, you're really shooting yourself in the foot. I'm the guy that's constantly talking about with Nazem Kadri having an outstanding playoffs. Burakovsky was getting on the board, and all of a sudden we kind of lost that, right? So, we can't just rely on the defensemen like Cale Makar and Ryan Graves to jump up into the rush to kind of be a part of that offense as well. We need the offense to come throughout, but not just that. We need 200-foot games from everybody. So I think if they do put their lineups in a blender, mix it all up a little bit, they will be fine, because the point is, like you said, Prez, is that they're scoring enough goals to win. I think they just have to buckle down on defense, and I think they'll be okay. So I'm going to take a shot with them here tonight. I think that they'll hang on. I'm not saying they'll win the series, but I think they'll hang on. For me, I do have a few prop bets on this game. I have Burakovsky to score a goal, because I mentioned that depth is so important. He's plus 250 tonight. I just think there's so much value on that. I want to take McKinnon, but there's just no value on him. So I do have him, McKinnon, over 1.5 points at plus 125. They're going to win this game. He's going to be involved in a few goals. And then one I thought was very interesting. If Dallas wins this game, it's going to be because their bigger guys show up. I got Jamie Benn over 1.5 points at plus 475.
Wow. Did you just stop talking?
Yep.
Oh. That was like, Carm, did you expect that abrupt ending?
It's great. He went out. It was almost like a mic drop.
Okay,
I'm going to tell you this, Andrew.
Mic drop for Andrew McGinnis. Take it away, Carm.
I'm going to tell you this, Andrew. Sometimes you put stuff in a blender and it just tastes like absolute crap. Kale and banana. You know what I mean? But it's the way it is. Listen, you look at this Colorado team, and it's just, unfortunately, it's not the Colorado of the regular season. It is in the sense of the way they're playing. They're playing regular season hockey in the playoffs. They're up and down the ice. But you look at stuff like the frustration setting in. You have Frank Kuz instead of Grubauer. Kadri's, you could see the frustration in Kadri yesterday with some of the penalties that he took. You know what I mean? You feel bad for Makar. The guy's a fantastic defenseman. He makes that error, and it costs them a goal. You know what I mean? McKinnon is getting absolutely mugged out there. They're not giving McKinnon a chance to beat them. Every time McKinnon has the puck, there's 2 or 3 guys. It's almost like a triangle around him. They're not giving McKinnon a chance to be the guy who beats him in the series. And that means the other guys on this team have to step up, and they really haven't to this point right now. The other thing I see in this, which scares me, is the passing lanes for Dallas. Colorado is just not closing them up. You're seeing some of these Dallas guys get in on these 2-on-1s, these 3-on-2s, and you're like, how are they getting this? You don't see that in the Islanders series. The Islanders are just that neutral zone. I saw something, just to go off on a tangent, in that Islanders game the other day where you couldn't see an Islander guy in the in the offensive zone because they're all set up, 5 guys in the neutral zone waiting to stop Philly from even getting into their own defensive zone. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's tough. if you like Colorado and they're $1.35 and you think that they still have a chance to win this series, you might as well just take them at plus 500 to win the series, because they're going to be minus 135 every single game. And if you multiply 135 three times in a parlay, you get about 4-1. So you might as well get 5-1. I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Colorado right now in the last to give me faith that they can win 3 straight against Dallas. This is a series I thought would be over in 5, with Colorado winning 4 of them. So I don't know. I'm going to watch tonight's game and kind of hope that Colorado wins, just so we can see more of this series, Game 6, and make this interesting.
He is Carmine Bianco. And puck time is almost over, guys. Just to let everybody know, I have a 5%er tonight. I have a 5% hockey play. It'll be up in the next hour at WagerTalk.com. It's $9 Mondays at WagerTalk and Sports Memo. You guys have been riding my 5% plays all playoffs. I have not lost one. I am undefeated on these 5% plays. I'm also 20-13 in the NHL playoffs so far. So, guys, it's $9 Mondays. You got to get my 5% play. It goes tonight. It's just a must-win play. Other than that, Dave, any business to take care of?
I'm typing up my best bet in baseball right now, and it'll be up on the site in like 5 minutes. And I do have a hockey play up tonight as well. This baseball game looks like a good play. So go get it.
And Andrew McGinnis?
13-5 run in the NBA, and I have a play on the Bucks and Heat Game 1.
I know the play. I know all.
Prez?
I know all your plays. What up, Carmi?
Yes. Jordan asked in the chat about the Tampa and the Islanders, and I think with regards to the Islanders, how I would hedge it out. Here's the thing: is if Tampa and Islanders meet obviously in the conference finals, I don't see either team series price wise being more than 120. I have to believe 120 is where we're going to see it for either side. You can't make Tampa a bigger favorite than 120 over the Islanders, or vice versa. So, if you've got the Islanders at 40-1, you can literally hedge out a portion of it to either a small profit or a break even in case they lose. Obviously, it's better to hedge out a small profit, and you turn that 40-1 down to probably about 32-1 at that point. And if they win and go into the finals, then you've got a 32-1 ticket that you can hedge out against. Dave will tell you it's the Vegas Golden Knights. And if it was the Islanders and Vegas Golden Knights, Vegas would probably be about 160 to win that series. So you could definitely easily hedge it out for a profit. So I'll try and post some stuff on Twitter if you follow me there at Carmine Bianco WT on what I'll be doing as far as hedging with Tampa and the Islanders in the conference finals should they both meet up there.
And I'll be posting some free plays for both NHL, like I always do, but in tennis this afternoon and this evening, along with my 2-pack I have up this evening for the U.S. Open round 1.
Yeah, and check out the U.S. Open tennis show today. Also, Hector, thank you, brother. I appreciate you telling them. Yeah, my 5% plays just been absolute gold. I'm on a 25-8 run in these 5%ers. I got one up tonight in hockey. Make sure to get it. It's $9 Mondays. The play will be up within the